My family knew how to worship. They taught that to me. I am a third-generation church leader. That meant being first in and last out of the church for most of my childhood. As I was a pastor's kid and growing up in a church community, I felt I needed to work out who I was and find my own identity. As I hit my teenage years, I closed myself off from everyone at the church and to God, so I decided not to go anymore. Then, in 2013, I moved to Nottingham for university. I call this my prodigal year. I was living how I wanted, but sacrificed community for it. To celebrate the end of my first year at uni, my housemates and I went to a nightclub. After an argument with one of them, I left and got in a taxi. In the taxi, I had a moment with God saying, my life is really going badly. I want to give God a shot at this. The next morning, I was playing my guitar, singing and reading my Bible, which I never did. There's something wired in us to worship, whether that's God or something else. My parents and grandparents modelled worship, and it meant I had that to fall back to. When I had nothing else, worship was all I had, and that was enough. After finishing university, I joined the Church of England internship, and I learned what it meant to lead like Jesus was calling me to lead. We had a session teaching us about priesthood, language I'd never heard before, and it struck a chord with me. Around this time, I remember being on a train home from Nottingham reading a book. One of the train attendants asked to sit next to me. She looked at me, and to my surprise, she said, "You'd be a great vicar one day." I hadn't spoken to anyone about it at that point, and it really felt like a coming home moment. Affirmation of what I already knew. God was bringing me towards leadership. Part of what I feel called to is people that look like me. I feel called to people who are struggling to find a home in their families, communities, or this country. Ultimately, their home is Jesus. I feel called to the prodigals, the hurt and the heartbroken, the lost and the lonely. Even as Christians, we are the prodigal that God is calling home, and that is what discipleship looks like. I feel called to worship, crafting spaces where people can encounter God as they are and be transformed by Him, using ancient practices and new ones. We need all of Him. I'm excited to learn what it means to be present with people as Jesus is present with me. Ministry as being with people, building relationships. It's simple, really. A simple life that draws people to Jesus. If not this, what's the point?